All right, you bastards, strap yourselves in because shit's about to get real.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we usually keep things pretty PG around here, but this deep dive...
This is different.
This one's for the grown-ups, strictly 18 and over, because we're diving into the political muck of Maharashtra after those crazy Lok Sabha elections.
Shit's gonna get wild.
And trust me, there's enough backstabbing, power grabs, and straight-up bullshit to make your head spin.
Let's just say the race for the upcoming assembly elections is gonna be a bloodbath.
No kidding.
Buckle up.
So for those of you who haven't been following every single goddamn twist and turn, let's set the scene.
Maharashtra, baby.
We're talking about Maharashtra, the home of Bollywood, and some seriously savage politics. And right now, the BJP, those guys are stuck between a rock and a hard place.
More like a pissed-off tiger and a pack of hyenas. They're trying to appease their new BFF, Eknath Shinde, who basically pulled off the political equivalent of a hostile takeover with the Shiv Sena.
Don't remind me, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that whole shit show.
It's the kind of move that makes you want to pour a stiff drink and just watch the world burn.
Seriously. But here's the thing. Shinde's a Maratha leader, right? And the BJP desperately needs to win back the Maratha vote if they even dream of running this state again. Talk about your Faustian bargains.
Exactly. Their little alliance with Shinde might have helped them snag the big prize nationally, but it cost them a big chunk of their home turf in the Lok Sabha elections.
And let's be real, nobody saw Shinde coming. Dude went from zero to hero overnight.
He played everyone like a goddamn fiddle. Everyone thought he was just a pawn in the game, but turns out he's playing 4D chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers.
And the BJP are the ones who handed him the chessboard. They probably thought they could control him, but now they've got a tiger by the tail.
And that tiger's got a taste for power now.
Yeah.
Even if the BJP manages to scrape by in the assembly elections, Shinde might just eclipse them entirely. It's like they created a monster they can't control.
Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. This whole thing is giving me whiplash. But you know what else I find hilarious? This whole Revdi culture crap.
Ah, yes, the BJP's newfound love for freebies. It's almost poetic, isn't it?
It's like they looked at the hypocrisy dictionary and said, hold my beer. For years, they've been slamming those kinds of policies, calling them irresponsible, unsustainable.
Yeah.
Basically the devil's work.
They practically built their entire brand on being the party of fiscal responsibility. Remember all those speeches about the dangers of populism? Good times?
And now they're handing out free shit like Oprah at a giveaway show. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for free stuff. Who isn't? But the audacity of it all, the sheer unadulterated balls on these guys.
Well, let's try to be fair, at least for a hot second. Those Revdis, as they call them, they work. At least in the short term, they can really sway voters, especially in a place like Maharashtra.
Oh, absolutely. A little subsidized that it's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
But come on, let's be real. You can't just keep throwing money you don't have at every problem.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, someone's got to pay the piper, right?
That's the billion-rupee question, isn't it? It's a delicate balancing act. These policies might buy you some temporary love from the voters, but if they aren't managed carefully, well, let's just say that the economic hangover could be brutal.
Right. Got to watch out for that bottom line. Speaking of which, can we talk about the BJP's other big headache? Poor Devendra Fadnavis went from top dog to, well, not top dog, in the blink of an eye.
Talk about a fall from grace. What? 1 minute, you're the chief minister. The next minute, you're playing second fiddle to the guy who just hijacked your biggest rival.
Brutal. And you got to wonder what's going through his mind. Is he biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to make his comeback? Or has the demotion broken him?
That, my friend, is the million-dollar question. Right now, he's keeping his cards close to his chest. But trust me, in Maharashtra politics, nobody stays quiet forever.
This is why we love this shit, right?
Yeah.
More twists and turns than a Bollywood thriller.
And we haven't even touched on the elephant in the room, the Maratha reservation issue. That, my friend, is a ticking time bomb just waiting to explode.
Okay, you've successfully piqued my interest. Give me the lowdown on this Maratha situation.
So the Marathas are a major political force in Maharashtra, and they've been demanding reservations in education and government jobs for years. Problem is, it's a complex issue with no easy solutions. Any party that tries to tackle it risks alienating other communities.
So a classic damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Sounds about right.
Pretty much. But here's the kicker. The Maratha reservation issue played a huge role in the Lok Sabha election results.
You're shitting me? Seriously? How so?
The Marathas felt betrayed by the BJP. They thought the BJP wasn't doing enough to address their demands, so a good chunk of them decided to vote with their feet.
Damn, so this Maratha thing, it's kind of a big deal in these upcoming assembly elections, right?
A big deal. It's the deal. Whoever can crack the code on the Maratha reservation issue, they'll basically be handed the keys to the kingdom.
Okay, now this is getting interesting. We're talking potential game changer here.
Do you think the Marathas are going to stand by and let someone else call the shots? Hell no. They're playing for keeps. And the BJP, they know it.
Yeah, talk about a tight spot. But hey, maybe this is their chance to redeem themselves, right? Find a way to actually solve this reservation mess, win back the Maratha vote, and ride off into the sunset.
You're assuming they actually give a shit about solving the problem. This is politics, remember? It's all about power, baby.
Cynical but fair. So if the BJP are stuck playing whack-a-mole with all these goddamn issues, who stands to benefit the most? Who's got the best hand in this game of political poker?
Well, let's not forget about good old Uddhav Thackeray. He might have gotten his ass handed to him when the Shiv Sena split, but he's not down for the count yet.
Oh yeah, what's that guy up to these days? Last I heard he was busy forming a boy band with Sharad Pawar and Sonia Gandhi.
Not quite a boy band, but close enough. He's teamed up with the Congress and the NCP, which, let's be honest, is about as likely as a snowball surviving in hell.
Talk about strange bedfellows. They're like the political version of that meme with the dog sitting in the burning room saying, "This is fine."
Hey, desperation makes for interesting alliances. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? And right now, they all share one big fat enemy, the BJP.
True that. But let's be real. Can this MVA alliance actually pull it off? Can they dethrone the BJP?
Don't underestimate them. They might be a motley crew, but they've got a few things working in their favor.
Like what?
Well, for starters, the BJP is basically a walking PR disaster right now. They're trying to sell themselves as the party of stability and good governance, but nobody's buying it. Not with all the infighting, the flip-flopping on policies, and the whole Shinde debacle.
It's like they took their how to win elections playbooks, threw it out the window and said, "Hold my chai, I'm going rogue."
Pretty much. Meanwhile, the MVA can play the victim card. They can point to the Shiv Sena split, the BJP's supposed betrayal of the Marathas, and the economic anxieties that are gripping the state. If they play their cards right, they could capitalize on all that discontent and make a serious run for it.
Damn. So you're saying it's a chance, a real chance that the BJP could actually lose this thing?
A chance. Absolutely. Will they lose? It's too early to say, but one thing's for damn sure, this election is going to be one hell of a show.
This is why we love Maharashtra politics, right?
Yeah.
More unpredictable than a Bollywood plot twist.
Exactly. And just when you think you've seen it all, bam, they hit you with something crazier.
Okay, so let's say, hypothetically speaking, that the MVA does pull it off. What happens then? Does Maharashtra descend into chaos? Do we have a full-blown constitutional crisis on our hands?
Relax, Nostradamus. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But you're right. A victory for the MVA would definitely shake things up. It would embolden the opposition parties nationwide, proving that even Modi and the BJP aren't invincible.
Man, can you imagine the headlines? Modi magic fades. BJP suffers crushing defeat. Is this the end of an era?
It would be a political earthquake. And you know what they say about earthquakes? They often come with aftershocks. There would be ripple effects across the country.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Chaos, intrigue, the potential downfall of an empire. This is getting juicy.
And we haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
Wait, there's more?
Oh, yeah. We've been talking about these political parties like they're monolithic entities, but the reality is far more interesting. See, the real drama isn't just happening between the parties, it's happening within them, too.
Ooh, you're talking about internal power struggles.
Yeah.
Secret alliances, backstabbing on a whole other level.
You know, the infighting within these parties is enough to make your head spin.
Right. Spill the tea. Give me all the juicy behind-the-scenes dirt.
Take the BJP, for example. On the surface, are all about projecting this image of unity, discipline, you know, Modi's army, all that jazz. But behind closed doors, it's a goddamn viper's nest.
No way. You're telling me there are cracks in Modi's iron fist?
Please, darling. Even the most well-oiled machine needs a little WD-40 every now and then. The BJP is no different. There are factions, rivalries, and power struggles simmering just below the surface.
So who are the main players in this BJP cage match?
Well, you've got Fadnabis, obviously. He might be licking his wounds after getting sidelined, but don't count him out just yet. He's still a force to be reckoned with in the Maharashtra BJP. And trust me, he's not going down without a fight.
The guy's got more political lives than a cat. But who else is throwing elbows in this power struggle?
You've got the old guard versus the new guard, the party veterans, the ones who've been around since the Vajpayee days. They're trying to cling to power, but they're facing a challenge from a younger generation of leaders who are hungry, ambitious, and ready to shake things up.
Sounds like a recipe for some serious fireworks.
Double.
So what does this mean for the future of the BJP? Not just in Maharashtra, but nationally. Are we witnessing the beginning of the end for Modi's reign?
Now you're asking the million-dollar question. It's really too early to say for sure.
Yeah.
But this Maharashtra election, it's a test, a litmus test for the BJP's hold on power. If they lose here, well, it could embolden opposition parties across the country. It would prove that even Modi and his BJP aren't invincible.
And that, my friends, is what makes this whole thing so goddamn fascinating. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about Maharashtra anymore. It's about the future of Indian politics.
Exactly. And that's why we're all glued to our seats, popcorn in hand, waiting to see how this whole crazy drama unfolds.
Because let's be real, who needs Netflix when you got Indian politics? This shit's better than any TV show out there.
And just when you think you know what's going to happen, bam.
Yeah.
They hit you with a plot twist you never saw coming.
That's the beauty of it, right? The unpredictability, the drama, the sheer audacity of it all.
So buckle up, buttercups, because this roller coaster is just getting started.
And, we'll be here every step of the way, breaking it all down for you. No bullshit, no holds barred. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and for God's sake, stay thirsty for this political shitstorm, my friends.